When we arrived at Kerry, we finally got to see the Bedford in the flesh, and she is one beautiful vehicle. Here we are.
We're all packed, we're ready to go. Let's get on the road.
Next stop, Coromandel!
We're on the road, finally.
How's it feel?
Good. Although the old Bedford is a bit of a beast to run, I got the hang of it pretty quickly.
We're doing it, buddy. We're doing it.
We're doing it. We were cruising along quite smoothly. But then, drama. The Bedford had come to a complete halt.
Josh kind of got told the instructions from the van owner, and I'm not sure if he was listening or not, but we ran out of petrol within 30-40 minutes.
I knew I should have been listening when he told me how to run the thing. The owner told me that it would need petrol quite quickly, but apparently he also said not to go by the fuel gauge, but I didn't hear that last part. Oh well, you win some, you lose some.
Ain't that right?
You seem to always lose though.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, how you going? Our trip's come to a little bit of a halt. We've broken down on the side of the road.
We felt so bad ruining the van owner's night. We'd only just left his house not that long ago.
Luckily he's a great guy, and he actually said he was going to come out and meet us.
Yes.
So before long the owner was there and he gave us some petrol and we were back on the road. Sweet. Go guys, see you mate. Yeah, we'll call you in half an hour. Jeez, these old Bedfords, you gotta be careful.
Not the best way to start a roadie, but we'd gotten through it.
Things were looking up again.
For 20 minutes or so.
We've made it to the petrol station and we can't even open the f***ing thing.
Have you ever had that problem?
No, well didn't he show you how to
Yeah, he
get the
did.
cap off?
He did.
What happened to the days when they filled you with petrol? Do you reckon he... Did he twist it or what?
Got it.
How'd you do it?
Just whipped.
Petrol or diesel?
Oh, what is it? Luckily we guessed right and it was petrol.
Oh yeah.
And we were back on the road again.
For 5 minutes. The gear stick's just fallen out.
Oh my god.
You don't see that every day.
We left the port at 10 AM, it's now 10 PM, and we've still got a huge amount of driving to go, so it was pretty stressful.
Seeing as Josh had been driving for 12 hours straight, I thought I'd better take over.
Coffee number 4 for the day, probably the last. There's only like an hour left.
First time driving the Bedford, but Josh gave me a quick lesson, showed me how to put the gearbox back in if it falls out. How you doing, Mearle? A little bit tired. And I found it really difficult to drive because it was so windy and rainy and the car was shaking that it completely zapped all of my energy and I had to have a nap.
Oh good, is that why?
Lucky for some.
It's a torrential rain. It's really tricky to see.
It was actually ridiculous how many obstacles we had along the way. It had been one hell of a long day, but luckily the end was now in sight. And
it was pretty much smooth sailing all the way to Tairua. Not. It's 2 in the morning. We're still about 45 minutes away from our destination and the car is overheated. I was so over it, honestly. How was your sleep?
It was deep. I can sleep through anything.
Apparently. Luckily, after a little bit of a rest, the Bedford cooled down and we finally made it to Tairua by 5 AM.